What we gonna say? But before we get started, like always, we got a little sit down here. But before we get started, like always, we want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rikakwadash. To the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York, we want to send double honors. Bishops out of Connecticut, that apostle that's down in Texas. We send double honors because they do rule well. But the brethren around the world push their truths uncut, unfiltered, give you the good, the bad, and the ugly of the scriptures, correctly breaking down the prophecies and the interaction with the people on the planet, declaring wanted. We send salutations. Hopefully that we hope this is edifying. The Aquas, if you're in the truth, still listening, say the chat to keep doing so. But it's going to call for update 2/3 Israelites, 17 other nations. We're in the midst of Jacob trouble. It is getting worse, and it's going to get a whole lot worse. Anyway.
Yeah, me and Pastor sitting there trying to put together a lesson.
Right.
And we're like, man, well, we do this lesson, it's going to be all damn night,
Exactly.
So we write down precepts, he writing down precepts, and man, if I do this, I got to do this. So, yeah, well, if you do that, I'm going to do this. You know what I mean? We're going back and forth. Like, man, well, that's the lesson, man. Basically just meditating on the Lord and thinking about the precepts, man.
Right.
All right, because it really does what it's about, man. We sit here and we try to make things too deep,
Right.
But really, it's the simplicity of Yahweh Shai, man. Right? And everything would have to be, Eliyahu.
Right, yeah. 3 part, 45 minutes apiece.
It was just wrong there. Because that's in his spirit.
That's in his spirit.
And very edifying. What's the basics?
Yeah, the basics, exactly.
All right, go get edified. But sometimes you could think too much. All right, just to letting the spirit flow and let the Yahweh take over, man.
Right.
You got something, Poppy?
Yeah, I got something, man. Let me see. Let me see, because like I said, it doesn't matter where you're at or when you're doing it. So this is Psalm 63:6. Now I'm starting at 5. My soul shall be satisfied with thy marrow, and fatness in my mouth shall praise thee with joy and lips. When I remember thee upon my bed and meditate on thee in the night watches. So what would we meditate? Either the stories that I was shying them in, or the conversation wind up being that's where you want to be. I did this thing for the brother Dan. We kind of rolled around some stuff. We was looking at some stuff, and he was like, "Man, this not that." I was like, he was like, and just the neighborhood itself was so vexing and depressing, and we definitely there in the process of, but to see the state of our people and know what is in store for them is exhilarating, but how far down they had to get knocked in the process is disheartening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like I said, we just there. I mean, we just there at this point in time where it's like, as it says, don't watch the saints, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just tired. I mean, I've got nothing here. And whatnot. I've got nothing here on this side right now. Go ahead, out whatever you got.
I want to get Habakkuk 1.
Go ahead.
Right, this is Habakkuk 1, and I'm sorry, I wanted to point to 3. And this believing, man, this is the spirit out there wind, because we got a whole nother vibration. Now the Lord took it here, man. And man, Habakkuk 1 and 2 says, the burden which Habakkuk the prophet did see. Oh, Yahweh, how long shall I cry, and I will not hear? Even cry unto thee of violence, and I will not save. Why dost thou show me iniquity, and cause me to behold grievance? For spoiling and violence are before me, and there are that raise up strife and contention. This is what we need deliverance from, man. As much as we know the Lord's judgment, all right, it's painful to see, 70-year-old women being homeless, walking down the street with jogger pants on, pushing a cart.
Right.
You know, or you have people walking up and down out of their mind, man.
Right, right.
You know,
Yeah,
talking to themselves and going through garbage, man.
man. Look, it's funny. I won't say it's funny. It's sad. When I leave out here at 1 o'clock in the morning, and there's been some mornings that I've been so fearful for this dude because, like I said, we haven't hit the brick. We done had some cold days, but we haven't hit the brick cold that we absolutely known for. Well, we talking about weeks on end of just negatives and whatnot. And there's this guy, and he sits right there on, like, I want to say 83rd and Exchange, right there at the fucking bus stop. And he done been there so long that his garbage done piled up around.
The bus,
Yeah, where it turns.
yeah, see,
Yeah. He has covers and whatnot. When it's not cold and the covers are off, and he kind of sitting there like that. But when it's cold, he got the covers all over him, not trying to turn it into like a tent or whatnot, keep himself warm. And it's like sometimes I almost be wanting to tell him, like, man, let's try to find yourself something like a manhole cover, something that some heat might be coming off of, and get on and put your shit on top of that at least, or whatnot. Let some of the heat from underground come up to you and kind of warm you up a little bit.
Find a factory somewhere.
Right. It's crazy. It's crazy because here in Chicago, you can't freeze to death.
Living frozen to death and weather in stuff colder or warmer than this.
Right.
You know, this is not our arrest, man. You know, right. And when we see these things go on in our community, so-called community, the state of our all right, but hey, they're gonna be a kingdom to come where they're gonna be straight, man. All right, I guess you guys.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 4:1, it says, "So I return and consider all the oppressions that are done under the sun, and behold, the tears of such that were oppressed, and they had no comforter. And on the side of the oppressors, there was power, but they had no comforter." You know, and being homeless and being in that state is oppression, because this is really a system. It's just curses, but Esau uses the curses as a systematic oppression toward our people, man. You know, he preys on the downtrodden, the weak. All right, and a lot of these guys are homeless. That are homeless. Hey, even the women, man. They're veterans, man. You know, you talk to a lot of them, man. They Navy, military, Air Force, and all those things. All right, but guess what? Circumstances. All right, somebody of their own doing.
Right.
All right, but some of them have mental health issues, man.
Right.
From them wars, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, exactly. True that. Like I said, they postpartum stress disorder. For them to watch friends and close ones to them react to something like that. You know, as you know, modern day soldiers and whatnot go through those issues.
Yep.
So and didn't nobody really know what it was. Like in that day, you know, you had to, as a warrior and whatnot, your first in battle, you lose some friends or whatever the case might be. And no telling how they was reacting or whatever. But we say that because of the fact that how much now more than then when men were stronger and mentally more, stronger in the process of. Right. So this stuff right now and whatnot. So, but we have to gird up and be strong in the process of this, because the Lord said He required them. He said, "I'm gonna require of thee to gird thyself up like a man." Okay. And these types of things. And like you said, this wasn't what we thought together was going to go. That's why I wound up going various topics and whatnot, because we thought we would go do one thing and open up, and here it is, you know, the plight of our people being what it is, but understanding that we can't be too soft in the process of this because of the fact that, you know, the hand of mercy has been extended, but it's only for the elect anyway.
That's right, because ultimately this is the general. All right, and although we are compassionate people, all right,
yep.
You know, being the truth, we understand that this is their lot. All right, James told Chapter said they're gonna stand in their lot at the end of the day.
That's right.
If we're gonna stand on our lot, so are those who are in the condition that we see right now.
Yeah, so as the scripture, as the brother said, whoever died, whoever perished, being innocent. So we see these things and the compassion there for our people, but then what did you do in your last lifetime, or a couple lifetimes ago, that could have this come? So see, this is a mental balance. That balance thing we were talking about right before the camera got turned on.
Oh, yeah.
See that balance again. See, so we being in this truth, especially the 100% truth, you got to understand this tightrope you're walking and the balance and that path that you got to walk. That's a straight. That's a straight, hard path. It's a hard time you got to walk through and be able to see all this and harden yourself on some level, and then be compassionate toward righteous men and things of this nature. Because the sinner, we can do more harm than good. Like you said, you give something to try to eat. He goes and get a little bit of liquor or whatever.
Right. When you were walking past and seen that girl in distress.
Right.
All right. You knew that it wasn't profitable, wasn't wise. Go out there and try to help her, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Our compassion leads you in situations where it could be more detrimental than good, man.
Scripture bear that out.
You know, because sometimes we didn't give money to people, right? And they sit there and scoffed us. You know, it wasn't enough, or or they would say they weren't hungry. We give them food, and they be like, I don't like this, and I don't like that.
I think I did a sit down on that where a guy gave a guy money. If I did, I'm gonna pull it up and do it. But a guy gave some guy money, and then he gets some.
It's on YouTube or something.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, man. So you gotta know who you do good to, man. Go ahead.
Job 38:3. So gird up now thy loins like a man, for I demand of thee, and answer thou me. So the thing that we see are gonna cause you to it's gonna tug on your heart, so to speak, man.
Right.
You may see one in the stroller, one in, you know what I mean?
Right, stair steps.
Yeah, man. Whatever. Then then it's like, what decisions have they made?
So you get to that point, yeah.
We can't be super sensitive over everything.
Right.
Some things are just
cards dealt. Cards dealt.
And also to be a learning tool for us too.
Right.
To toughen us up.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what he says. We're going to have to be tougher because, like you said, we're compassionate people. And that's part of the problem of the 2/3 is because they want to lay oppressing because they know the shit they go through. So they don't want to wish it on nobody else. Okay? They don't want to wish it on nobody else. But at the same time, we got to do it different ways. My thoughts are not your thoughts. Okay? I'm putting you through this so you can learn how to be rulers because of the fact that you're going to be rulers. And you got to understand how to rule it right. Because we see how this man in the past 600 years has had ownership of the planet and the state that he done put it in. This motherfucker, if this was a building, the city would have motherfucking stickers on the doors talking about it being condemned.
Uninhabitable, man.
Exactly.
Hey, and if it's
uninhabitable. Exactly. And this another how it's going to continue employment and people be burying bodies and all this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how that's going to be actual fertilizer, put nutrients into the soil and this, that, and that. Esau don't even think that way. He's got 6 men to the soil, put 5 bodies inside of the plastic that won't break down, and then put that in the ground.
Well, this is hard, man. This dude is unfit to rule, man.
Exactly.
All right, by being uninhabitable, man. Like, look at the things that we have to endure. All right, just to be able to so-called be healthy, man.
Look at the foods that we call ourselves eating that are unhealthy.
That's right.
Go ahead, Albert.
Isaiah 24:5, it says, the earth also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broke the everlasting covenant, man.
And
you got medicines in the water.
Yeah.
You got Ritalin and alcohol and fluoride metals in the water and in the food.
Yeah, how do you put fluoride in the water when it's a byproduct of making what's that, aluminum or whatever the fuck it is? How you gonna take that and use that and put it in the fucking water?
Well, it's cancer causing too, man.
Yeah, among other things.
You know, you got the food. They say they're talking about how the land is this, how the land is that. Well, you're not even using all the damn land, man. You go down I-80,
right,
going to Iowa or going west to California, all that farmland. You go up north toward Nebraska, east Indiana, go down south to go trap. Man, hey, there's plenty of land for everybody to dwell and to have a non-GMO food, man.
Yeah.
But you're going around, you're buying farms from people. $10, $20 million for their farm. Then you take it over, and now you turn their farm over into a medical clinic, basically, man.
Right.
All right. And you wonder why these people, you don't wonder why. He's like pretend like
you don't know.
You don't know, but you know exactly why your 8-year-old boy is growing boobs.
Right.
Your 6-year-old daughter is growing double D's and stuff, man.
Right.
Or these people out here are what's the word? When your body breaks up, immune deficient, man.
Right. Yeah.
You see?
Because like I said, the scripture bears up that you're not supposed to be trying to build house to house, and you got more than enough room that you don't have to. Mm-hmm. Okay, but these people build on top of each other because that's when they started. That's where they was at when they like the Lord let them go on and come out of them caves and go into rulership. So you see, so they was on top of each other. So they build that way even to this day. What, house to house?
Yeah, right. Yep. Isaiah 5:8. Right. So woe unto them that join house to house, that lay field to field, till there be no place. That they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth. All right, Esau, we don't live around your ass, man.
Right.
All right, Bill Gates and Elon Musk and all. Hey, they don't live around no niggas in the city, man.
Oh no.
No,
that ain't.
All right. Hey. You live a whole different standard and way of life that we have, man.
These motherfuckers eat a whole different brand of food. Mm-hmm. Okay, their shit is grass fed. It is this. It is that. Like I said, but he'll contaminate his own water. Mm-hmm. He'll contaminate the water. Like you said, he'll do that, but then he'll the same water that he contaminated, he'll put his boat on it.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? That type of shit.
You go fishing on that motherfucker.
They go fishing on it, might even go swimming in it. So if you go swimming in it, you can absorb, the minerals that's in the water through your fucking skin.
That's it.
Okay? So like I said, this man don't know nothing but destruction. He's going to destroy himself. He's going to have to be pulled out of power. But like I said, the reason that we call this various topics, because we just gonna let the spirit do what it's gonna do. Great, whatever you got, man.
This is Revelation 11:18. It says, "And the nation were angry, and thy wrath had come. In the time of the dead, they should be judged. And that thou shouldst give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and to destroy them which destroy the earth." All right, and then anger is automatic. You know something?
No, go ahead.
You get he ruled the nation in anger with continuous threat. I think it's you.
Yeah.
And the man not fit for rulership, man. Here we are living in a place where, when Adam and Eve were around and our forefathers were around, the Lord didn't charge them rent.
Right.
He didn't charge them no gas tax, no water tax, no electricity tax. And they had electricity back then, man. You see, a form of it.
I got it when you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
I got it when you're ready.
Good.
This is Isaiah. Isaiah 6. I'm going to go straight to the point. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hindereth.
All right, man. He ruled the nations in anger, man. All right. He swaps out your customs and your way of life for his, man.
And anger. Right. So he gets control of it, and then he ain't even happy with it.
No, he's not. you know, because what he wants control of your mind, body, and soul, man.
Right.
What is the MOTB?
Yeah, that's it. So,
All
so this C hip that's coming down the pipe is what he think is going to make him happy in himself, and that's not going to do it either. Well, he ain't going to get a chance to even pull that one off because, go ahead, Job, is that Job 20 and 21? Job 20 and 23. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain upon him while he's eating. Okay, so this man, when he wants rulership of the earth in such a close-knit, under thumb scenario that the Lord, when he think he get ready to absolutely pull that off, the Lord's gonna be like, nah, man, you know I can't let you go. I can't let you do all that shit now. You had a real good run right now. You about to go way too far because I got a remnant that I can't, and some of them can't die, so I can't let you pull that off.
You know, Esau is he's delusional, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
He blinded by his own shit, man. You know, but the Lord said, I gave you these, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he said the kingdoms, bring them down one. All right. How does it continue forever?
I get it.
You know, because you saw as all right, because you're able to go far, all right, according to your wisdom, your limited wisdom and understanding.
Right.
All right, you're able to create these things that are mystery to people.
Right.
With already the power of the Lord that you're using on the left hand side, man. All right, and you've been deceiving the world with all your smoke and mirrors, man. Your witchcraft. All right, and now, hey, those tricks are running out, man. All right, you're like Janus and Jambres, man.
Wow.
You see?
I just had that damn thought on how to type it. Oh, hold on. That thought. Okay, I got it.
Okay, I thought, okay.
I got it. That thought. I got it.
You know, because you start really thinking that you're gonna make the Skylab, all right, and fucking float around the earth until they're able to be inhabited again, because he knows that the Lord is coming, all right, with those chariots, man.
Right.
All right, as seen with that girl in Florida, he put in
Yeah. You saw that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She saw a big chariot, lights on it, the whole lick. Well, now, am I crazy? No, maybe you ain't crazy.
That's right, man.
That's it. No, you ain't crazy. Psalm 49:11. The inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling place to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. So he so conceived that he named lands after his own names. The people heritages and names that they were from the scriptures have been changed. He's the man of the covering cast. He's the one that can change everything and knocked everybody out of whack to the point where they don't know who they is and what's supposed to be going on. I mean, the Moabites, who the world calls Chinese now, they still kind of got a facsimile of their culture and this, that, and the other. But at the same time, they're not holding on to it strictly because of the fact that in business, their traditional garb is that of what the businessmen of America wear now. Okay, used to be when you they'll wear that shit when they came over here. Then when you went over there, you had to adapt your shit to their customer, whatever case might be, and this, that, and the other. But now everybody want to sit at a table with a suit and tie, with a suit on, and a dick nuts hanging from their neck.
Yeah, to assimilate or get annihilated, man.
Right.
All right. Either you're gonna take on the way of Western civilization, the power to be, or your ass will get sanctioned. You're gonna get fucking what they do to sanction, right?
Yeah, no, it's sanction, or you're going to get isolated.
Isolated, yep. You isolate you, man.
Yep.
And all the while they still take their resources, man.
Yep. Yeah, and like I said, see, they tried that with Putin. And Putin, like I said, once they blew up the pipeline shit, like I said, none of this shit is being able to fall into place the way he wants now. So, he's letting them know, nukes on the table.
Yeah.
Boots on, as much like to say, boots on the ground and nukes on the table.
Boots on the table, man.
That's it. So yeah, that's what they're looking at. So now they got that going. He said he ain't playing it. You know, y'all want to do this and this, that, and other. Let me start letting these motherfuckers flex. Everybody flexing with them rocket boosters that they show that they can put nukes on the end of this shit and work it. Iran done did it. Fucking North Korea is doing it. China done did it. They all putting these booster rockets on their shit and flexing now. Okay, they all doing it. So you talking about this rumor of war. What you think that is, man? When you got motherfuckers shooting rocket power propulsions at each other and whatnot, and the only thing that's missing is the nuke on it.
You know what? It's crazy because like there's so many missiles, amount of missiles, right? They said, but you can put multiple warheads on them.
Exactly.
Which increases the fucking destruction of them 1,000-fold, man. In some cases, man.
Exactly. Well, if you get a fucking you get a nuclear missile, and it's got 5 warheads on it, and each of them got 100-ton yield of fucking thing. You got a 400-ton missile now that's doing this thing. Okay, when you start talking about 400 tons and got all the fucking Texas, this man has learned how to kill in a greater number. Even Yahweh let an angel do it. Remember when he got mad at
70,000?
Took the 70,000 in one move. This man has far exceeded that now.
You get to Spencer Brother Cole, look at Isaiah 14:10, because he spoke on it.
Okay.
Right, he talked about how the other nations got these mental capabilities, right?
Right.
So all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worm covereth thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut to the ground, and didst weaken the nations? For as thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High, I will sit upon the mountain of the congregation in the signs of the north. I will also ascend, it's like I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to the hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall never look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Stop right there. We go play schematics with some words a little bit here, because see, we tell y'all that there's a race of people that has taken on this Satan ideology and wickedness, and y'all want to tell us we crazy, and we tell you, well, what is this saying? Y'all don't want to hear it. So let's go back here. Let me go into where this brother was at, because I want him to come back through there again. Okay. It says, read 12.
Isaiah 14:12.
Yeah.
It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
So now the world knows Satan is Lucifer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We know what it means. We know this. We know that. But for Roman Catholic propaganda, we're gonna let it mean what it means to them. Lucifer is Satan. Mm-hmm. They think of that as a deity, one individual, which we know it's not. But it says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. But now jump down to 16.
Verse 16, it says, they that see thee shall never look upon thee, consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
See what I'm saying? So now we done went from Lucifer, who y'all understand is Satan, to man. So now when we talk about it, it ain't just one man, it's a race of people. Okay? So those race of people is this Edomite. And this whole scenario is being run by the elites of these Edomites, which are behind the scenes in the first place. They're the real puppeteers. Okay, the Putins and these and other, they still parts of the puppet. They still being pulled by the puppet. Their puppets, and their puppets are being pulled by the puppet master. That's your Howard Shah himself, whatever you got.
Right. This is to back you up. Revelation 13 and shit.
Start anyway.
I know,
It's
right?
looking good.
I'm gonna start at 16.
All right.
Right, I'll come right here. This is on Revelation 13 and 12. And he exercises
he.
right?
Go ahead.
Talk of the man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, to cause the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast. The deadly wound was healed. That first beast is Rome, man. All right, and this is Rome 2.0.
And you see it in a architecture and all these things. The Colosseum, the way the government buildings are built. You even hell, before they decided to put a chariot on top of Soldier Field, because that's what it looks like now,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
The Soldiers Field down there where the Bears play football at looks like a Roman Coliseum.
Well, you do.
Okay,
Yeah.
just like a chariot landed inside of it.
It does. You know, and if you go to a lot of these sport arenas and stuff, look, but even if you go there in Chicago, you got houses with pillars on them, man.
That's it.
You know?
That's it. Go ahead.
And he do great wonders, so that he making fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. It's the same man that we read in Isaiah, man.
Right.
Lucifer is a man. We're going to get into it.
Right.
And he deceives them. Oh, yeah, that fire coming down from heaven is what? The damn a fat boy and little man.
And then the Yugoslavian bombing runs and this, that, and all that. So all that is kind of mixed in because when they first did that, the world was like, whoa. And then when they all caught up, they were like, okay.
Like back in Isaiah.
Exactly. And then they went and lost it again in Yugoslavia and put all the bombing around, copy bombing runs and whatnot. It was like, fuck up. And whatnot. Seriously? And whatnot. What they didn't master in Vietnam, they got right. They got right over there in Yugoslavia.
Oh yeah. And just see how far much further along they are now, man.
Exactly.
Verse 14, it said, and deceives them that dwell on the earth by the meaning of those miracles, which he had no power to do in the sight of which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, is to make an image to the beast which had the wound by the sword and did live. All right, and that image is the ways of the man. All right. So, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. And the image of the beast is both speak and cause that many as would not worship the image of the beast shall be killed. And for all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and their forehead. That mark is a commandment, man. Let's see here. All right, I'm not going to implement this, man. Lucifer is going to implement this, man. Right. Because you know that this man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, right?
That's it. This nation of men.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure, they've got their top echelon on the top of it because, like I said, Joe Sixpack, he ain't gonna want to go for either. But like I said, but them, the Oppenheimers, the Bilderbergs, the DuPont, the Gettys, the Rothschilds, these people, it's just who's on the money?
Sure.
Who's on the money? So who owns the banks?
Mm-hmm.
They got the printing presses.
Mm-hmm.
They print the money.
Yep.
Okay. So you know, you got people walking around here, you know, believe they hit their luck when they done hit 20,000 or 30,000 in PPL money. And you got motherfuckers that, man, that ain't even money to me. Okay? Ain't even money to them. But because everybody done bought into the fucking that green dollar, they'll go with it. Well, they get ready to play games.
Part of it too, man. People worshiping that damn money.
That's it.
You know?
That's it too. Absolutely.
You know?
Whatever you got.
Well, this is on verse 17. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, says he that had the name of the beast, of the number of his name. So this beast has a number and he has a name.
That's
man.
right.
All right. He has wisdom, let him that have understanding count the numbers of the beast, for the number of a man, and the number is 600, 6, man. I forgot the guy's name, but
wait. No. William Kaiser was the pit.
Yeah.
He was the pit. But yeah, that was the man that came up with the barcode. That's right.
You know, so Lucifer, the beast, all right, Satan, it's a man.
And see, and here's what's funny, like you said, it's men, and we say men in this sense. Okay, we got the top echelon people, the bankers, this, that, and other, calling shots on that. But you had the technology, so one of them had to be the one that came up with the barcode to be able to make this work.
Yep.
Then you had another one that had to understand how to implement it, put it inside the C hip so that it'll work. So these are different men, all of the same part being pulled by the same initial puppet, but that's still being pulled by Yahweh Shai in the first place.
That's right, man. All right, the Lord reigns. He put these 10 of things on men, man.
That's right.
He's doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, what he say? Man is asleep.
He like Job.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, when a man is asleep is when he's influenced and whatnot. Right. As a matter of fact, was that in Daniel when he said that
the king,
with the
king.
Yeah, he had a battle with the king. He had battled with the king for 21 days. And so I tell you the mental strength of the king, that he withstood the angel for 21 days before he was able to break his ass down.
You know, that's the power of the Lord, man. Like Apostle talking about earlier about weakness and men going on. Jacob right now couldn't fight a goddamn impulse they tried.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. Jacob pushed the angel's hip out of play.
Yeah.
But
they ain't gonna fight that hard though.
That's it.
Soon as somebody pushes them back, they're ready to run.
Right.
You know?
Right. Or go get a gun. I don't do these, man. That shit back in the day, man. I don't do that. I don't know how to knuckle up.
Yeah, knuckle up.
That's it. So
okay,
yeah, we go end it there because I mean you got some more?
That was it.
Yeah, so we just gonna let the spirit come up and have a conversation and put something on wax, as they say, put something on wax.
Gotta lay the track down.
Or whatever, because like I said, in this work that we gotta push as much of it out as we can because it's gonna be a famine soon.
Right.
And ain't none of this gonna be around.
You know what's crazy though? We got Elon. You know, I want to say this now. During the last little scare-demic, right?
Right.
You had a Fauci guy, the other guy with the head of the fucking
right.
Two people who got nothing to do with politics. Do with no damn doctor. I forgot. It was two of them. Fauci and somebody else. We can't hear. Bill Gates.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Gates of philanthropy himself into being in charge of the CDC.
Come on, man. And I got Elon Musk. So this goes to show you, man, it's gonna get worse and worse, man. You got people who got no idea about nothing, controlling everything. Cause Elon Musk is gonna be, he in charge of freedom of speech right now.
Yeah, he Elon Musk want to believe in that transhumanism.
Yep.
Okay, so when you get to the point where you don't have to fear death, you're willing to do anything.
Come on, man.
I see he's pushing that propaganda now that he's gonna be able to take your intellect and your psyche and what's your essence and put it inside an artificial intelligence scenario and you the Matrix.
Oh shit! They also took somebody. I got a mirror. Maybe I don't know if on a Black Mirror when they take somebody conscious, you give them 8 hours to do something to them, and make sure they get 100 years in 100 years in jail, man. You know, they do the fucking madman, man.
Yeah, they are. They are declaring themselves as madmen. Want to do all this shit. So with that, you're gonna have to be prayed up and be in your scriptures and be definitely in your faith, believing in Yahweh Shai Shai, so that no matter what they throw at you, you know, you've got enough built up faith to know one. But I'm still gonna stand on glory. Yeah. Okay. So like I said, so with that, we just going to go on and sign off, send all praise, honor, glory again out to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash, to the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York. We send God Juanas, brother, just keep pushing. The Lord said if we push this word to the four corners of the earth, the end shall come. So just keep pushing it. We see it's coming. So we see the second.
Right. Or they ain't came back yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like Dum Dum had said out at the camp. That hearty shout out to Hopeful Elect and a ball to the rest of the world.
Ball for ball.